Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Another one gone again, as it does seem as if God is, working so much for Olori Naomi. And I pray that this good news continues to stay. As we are hearing allegedly, that said that Auntie Igbi had signed the document from the customary court of law that she is ready to stay outside the palace rather than being divorced, because they said the Ooni of Ife had given them two options to either go outside the palace and stay in the Olori mansion, or he will grant them divorce to go peacefully. Like that, he has a lot of respect for these women, that he has no problem with them. They are all good women. Up until now, Ooni of Ife is said to be praising them, that they are all good women, that there's nothing wrong with them, that they are only fighting for his attention, which he can understand. He made promises that he is ready to do as much as he can do to ensure that they feel comfortable and they feel safe and they feel more secure. But one thing they need to do for him is to move into the royal mansion. Into the Oloris quarters, because that is what he wants and that is his stand. And so they said that the court had forced, made it clear to them that anybody who refuses to sign the document will be asking for a divorce. Now, you do know that they have a traditional marriage, and usually for any couple in Nigeria who went through traditional marriage, if there's anything as divorce or disagreement, they settle through the customary courts of the country. And they said the customary court has been involved in this, allegedly, as it is rumored, and so that the document had been given to them. And this time, to the glory of God, they say she signed, and she signed to stay at the Oloris quarters. Now, if you have been following the trend, one of the biggest reasons why it's been very, very difficult for others to go happens to be because of this Igbi and Bloblo. Igbi and Bloblo, they are like the champions of everything right now from what we are hearing. They are the reason why Oloris are not leaving palace, because they have refused. They've been very, very adamant. They started acting as if their powers can supersede the power of the king. At least that is what we are made to believe from the information we keep getting on social media. Now, if everything we are hearing is the truth, it means that Ooni of Ife has been able to win, which is what has been expected, because it's a no-brainer to think that these women will think they have the capacity to fight with a great man like the Ooni of Ife. But as God will have it, it does seem as if victory has come to the monarch. Now, how was he able to do this? They said a lot of things have been happening in the palace. They have so many incidences, issues of water, issues of artifact, issues of, now they said it's the pot of life, everything, a whole lot has been happening. And we heard that Ooni of Ife had been given 60 days from about 2 weeks ago to ensure that Queen Naomi returns back to the palace. For a reason, best known to the tradition of the Ile Ife. We don't know why, but that is what we are hearing. And so Ooni has been working like against time to ensure that this happens, and so he can keep his promises. And we heard the drama that unfolded recently after Naomi's birthday, where a man was ready to put everything down just to collect Naomi, and that's the last thing that Kabiyesi wants to hear. Kabiyesi does not want to have any contention with Naomi. Kabiyesi does not want to know that any man is even looking at Naomi, not to even talk of wanting to collect it. Like, he feels insulted. He feels like something that looks like he owns Olori Naomi, right? And so, right now, with everything that has happened, I think Ooni of Ife has come to realize that he needs to work hard and he needs to do everything that he needs to do before he loses Naomi. And so Naomi gave Ooni of Ife just one demand, that if you want me back, that there are two things. From Naomi to the Ooni of Ife, Naomi said that there are two things that you can do. It's either you grant me a divorce, an open divorce, so the entire world will know that I am gone from you, or you free the palace and let me return back to my matrimonial home. Ooni chose to free the palace because Ooni does not want to divorce from Naomi, because Ooni loves Naomi so much. And so, even though we are all aware that this is never going to be a Tea Party affair, affair, but they said he has fought so hard. He seemed to be winning right now. But because he seemed to be winning, all hell is let loose. Look at the pot of life. They say it's a very, very integral part of the royal family. That the pot just disappeared into thin air. Nobody knows where it went to, which happens to be a very clear indication that there are people who are working with this Oloris, because somebody somewhere helped an Olori to take the pot out of there. So right now, there is this issue of going to retrieve the pod, how they can retrieve the pod, with the issue of Ashley wanting to go. It's a whole lot going back and forth and back and forth. But in all of this, they say Ooni of Ife is just very, very focused on getting his wife Naomi back. And so and his people who are representing him had to come to the palace, that there was a meeting, like a very serious meeting, to let the Oloris know that they have a choice, that Kabiyesi is not forcing them to stay, and Kabiyesi is not forcing them to go. They are still, Kabiyesi expressed himself from what we are hearing, having them, as in making them understand that, look, he loves them so much, he respects them, that they will still be going about their royal duties as usual. They will still be doing everything that they have been doing, but the only thing is that they will not live inside the palace. They will live in his house outside. That happens to be the Olori's quarters. And that anybody who is not ready to go through with that has the right to sign to exit, like the marriage completely. And you do know that this is the one thing that the Oloris would never want to hear. And they say right now that Auntie Igbi, who is seeing that things are not working for her again, who is seeing that if she continues being adamant, she might just end up losing everything. They say she has gone ahead to sign, that she prefers to stay in the Olori's quarters than leave the marriage. Now, is this some kind of defeat or not, or is it somebody just being reasonable now, understanding that like they have lost completely this time around? I don't know what that is, but whatever you think, say put it down in the comment section. But it's a thing of joy, jubilation. They say Paropo is so happy, and everybody is very, very happy that this is happening right now. While they are trying to tidy up this part, Paropo and others are trying to see what they can do to get the pot of life back. You know that these people are this is a traditional community. Like when I see a lot of people say, what are they doing with all of this pot? I told you, say, people are allowed to believe in whatever they believe in. It's a personal journey of life, okay? And this is what they believe in. They were born into this, and that is it. So what we can do is to respect it, okay? And so they said they are making all arrangement and trying as much as possible to ensure that the pots come back. But in the meantime, Olori Mariam has kind of decided to, take the other option, to look the other way and move to the Olori mansion. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.